Let's talk about a headline that should make every American spit their coffee across the room. Trump's Republican Party insists there is no affordability crisis. What? And they dismiss the election losses. Whew, now take a breath, because this isn't just tone deaf. It's not just political spin. This is a window into how disconnected Trump's Republican Party has become from the real lives of the people they claim to fight for. Okay, let's break this down. Part one, what they actually said. According to the reporting, Republican leaders stood in front of microphones and basically declared there is no affordability crisis, really. Meanwhile, 88% of Americans say that their cost of living has increased over the last year. Nearly half, 49%, say that their personal finances are poor. These aren't partisan numbers. These aren't coastal elite numbers. They are countrywide. Prices are up, wages aren't keeping pace, and every normal person knows that things are tight. But the GOP's official stance, nothing to see here. Nope. Nothing to see here. Move along, peasants. This is the political version of that meme where the dog sits in a burning room saying, "This is fine." Yeah. Part two, why they're saying this. Here's the real story. Republicans lost major races, including a 13-point Democratic win in the Virginia governor's race and a 17-point Democratic flip in a Georgia House district. These weren't squeakers. These weren't blue cities winning blue cities like Mike Johnson whined about last week. These were repudiations of the idea that everything is fine and Trump's America is just humming along. What a strange word to use. I'm not Bubba. So instead of adjusting the message, instead of addressing the reality that millions of Americans are drowning in rent, healthcare costs, utilities, groceries, and school fees, they decided to stick to the script. No crisis, not our fault. Voters are wrong. It's a classic authoritarian move. When people tell you that they're suffering, the leaders look down and say, no, you're not. That's not politics. That is gaslighting on a national scale. And that's our president doing this. Part three, what election analysts are saying. Every serious election expert, every pollster, every data analyst, even conservative ones, have all pointed to the same root cause for GOP losses. Affordability, not immigration, not crime, not foreign policy, not wokeness. Affordability. People vote based on whether they can pay their bills. If they can't, they punish whoever they think caused it, or whoever refuses to acknowledge it's happening. But Trump's GOP has painted themselves into a corner. They just can't admit that there is an affordability crisis because that crisis is happening on Trump's watch. They can't acknowledge the pain because they're the ones in power. So they deny, and they blame the voters for misunderstanding their own suffering. Part four, the dangerous political strategy. Here's where this gets scary. When a political party wants to win, they usually adjust to voter concerns. But when a political party wants to maintain power, regardless of voter concerns, they dismiss, minimize, or outright reject the reality that voters are living in. That's the shift we're seeing. The GOP's stance right now is basically this. We didn't lose because we're wrong. We didn't lose because people are hurting. We lost because the voters don't get it. You fucking kidding me? And if voters don't get it, then what is the solution? Manipulate the system. Of course, change the rules. Ignore all warning signs. Make sure you control the narrative. This is deeper than one election cycle. This is a worldview where admitting error is a sign of weakness. So they would rather deny your suffering than to face their own failures. Part five, what this means for 2026 and beyond. This is the part that you guys really need to hear. If a party tells you that your pain isn't real, if a party tells you that your empty pockets are a perception problem, if a party tells you that losing elections doesn't matter, oh baby, they're not trying to represent you anymore. They're trying to control you. When leaders stop responding to the needs of the people, the system stops being democratic and starts becoming performative, where elections are stage shows and reality is whatever the party in power declares it to be. This is how democracies rot from the inside. So, no, my friends, you're not crazy. You're not imagining the rising prices. You're not misreading your own bank statement. You're not wrong for noticing that everything costs more. If a political party says that there is no affordability crisis while Americans are working harder and falling further behind, that party has abandoned reality. And when leaders abandon reality, they abandon the people who live in it. You deserve leaders who look at your life and tell you the truth, not ones that look at your suffering and then call it a messaging issue. Thanks for sticking around to the end, guys. There's more coming.